Hey, what's going on? We're back again. Thanks for if you watched the previous video and then watch this video. You're the fucking man or lady. The options there.
We do have a demographic of ladies who watch the show.
Or man, lady. Just saying it. They're throwing that shit out there.
If you're a lady with a penis, we're not gonna hold that against you.
Is that a lady man?
That's a lady man. Or a man lady. It depends.
Yeah, which were you first?
Yeah, I mean, did you have a penis, or did you were a female and you just bought a strap on and you wear it? Because chicks do that sometimes.
Did they really?
It was on Real Sex 84. Just let you know, HBO. It's a godsend.
84.
There's a lot of Real Sex.
They're like numerically.
I'm like Real Sex 101 guys who do donkeys and stuff like that. They got like crazy stuff on Real Sex.
I saw this one on Shock T. I think it's called Shock something or other on Showtime, where this dude got his genitalia stuck in a cement mixer and they showed it, and it's kind of like a big ball of Play-Doh. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. I don't really know why I brought that up, but we're gonna talk about UFC 86.
What a way to start a
Jackson.
show.
Look, when you go on the YouTube and you type in pro wrestling in you, or if you type in anyone, do you want to be entertained?
Yes.
Or do you want to listen to some bullshit about someone spew some stuff out that you already know how you feel about it, or do you want to be entertained and have fun?
I want to have a good time.
That's what I'm saying. I want to have a good time.
I want to feel like I'm partying at my computer.
I
want to feel like I'm there and like I could like one of those little fireworks where you just pull the string and like confetti pops out.
Like you just did like a fucking Jello shot out of some girl's titties or something.
That's what I want to feel like.
Word.
I want to feel like I left that computer and possibly will have an STD. That's how
your mind's at.
Thank you.
UFC 86, Jackson versus Griffin, or Griffin versus Jackson.
Great pay-per-view.
Good pay-per-view.
Really good.
Tyson Griffin versus what's his name? The other guy, the other lightweight that he fought. I forget his name now. It's totally my phone.
The evolution is a mystery.
Hello. Hey mom, how are you? What's going on? No, I didn't call you.
This is Casey's mom. She's totally ruling the show right now, by the way, in case you wanted to know.
I'm like hanging out. I'm doing something a little important though. No, I'm already out, but I'll be home around a good time. Well, I have to take care of the pets and stuff. Okay. Alright. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Right. Thanks, Mom. Thank you. One love. Okay. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Tyson Griffin earned a decision victory over, his name escapes me right now, the other lightweight. Tyson Griffin hasn't finished someone in like 5 fights. He is trying to go after BJ Penn for the lightweight title. It's just not going to happen. He needs to not do it because he'll end up like Joe Stevenson, who ended up fighting in the next fight, and he was getting his ass rolled. But I mean, a lucky guillotine choke, which isn't lucky. If you got skill, you're going to land the choke, so it's not a lucky choke. But he had that, and then Patrick Cote ended up defeating Ricardo Almeida, which I thought Almeida actually would have got the decision victory because he completely ruled Cote the first round, then didn't do shit for the next 2. So I guess that's the way you look at it. Which brings us to our main event of Quinton Rampage Jackson versus Forrest Griffin, who does not have a fighter name. He's just Forrest Griffin.
He's just Forrest Griffin.
Just Forrest Griffin.
Comes out of the Dropkick Murphys.
Yep, he does. I'm a sailor man.
I expect him to like walk out with like a Pabst Blue Ribbon, like a PBR, just in his hand, like drinking it when he comes out.
He's sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonade,
which is fucking. Speaking of sponsors, before we move on, there was like 4 fighters who were sponsored by the Condom Depot.
Depot.com.
Dude, that is amazing.
It is. Did you know that they're probably ladies? You know they're always gonna have some.
They're sponsored by the Depot, so you know they've got Trojans.
I've almost got, if I used condoms, I would have gone on it by now.
Yeah, probably. But so the main event: Forrest Griffin versus Quinton Rampage Jackson.
This fight has a lot of controversy. A lot of people, either you saw it Griffin or you saw it Rampage, but a lot of people are upset that it was a unanimous decision by Forrest Griffin.
I know I was.
A lot of people are arguing that even though Rampage may have won, they want him to have an immediate rematch. While some people don't want him to have an immediate rematch.
Well,
they want him to face someone else.
We got to get over the fact he lost.
He lost.
So he does not immediately deserve it. Meatloaf Jr., you son of a...
God hit me, you asshole.
Why did you hire him? He's Fucking useless. Jesus
He has
Christ.
fat fingers. What do you expect?
How hard is it to plug the power source into the camera and plug it to an outlet? Jesus, Mother Mary. If I had CMFT here, you know what he'd do? Give me a crunch bar, I'd have been happy. I'd be like, Carl, crunch me. Bam, crunch bar, eat it. Good, delicious.
Not really enjoying the negativity.
Shut up! I don't care. Back to what I was saying. Quentin Rampage Jackson lost. I thought he won, but we kind of have to get over the fact now that he lost. Okay, he's not champion. Forrest Griffin is the champion. Quentin Rampage Jackson cannot get a title or a rematch immediately. Yeah. It just can't do that. He can't do that. It's not fair to people in the wings.
Right.
That's my opinion. He's got to fight somebody, beat them, which he probably will. I don't know who they're gonna. He knows more about the UFC than I do. I'm still kind of new to the MMA.
Yeah, he's getting there. I hear that I thought Lyoto Machida would be the first person that he would fight, but it's been a while since Lyoto he fought 2 months ago at UFC 84, so it had to be another 3 months for them to pair up. So I actually heard that Keith Jardine versus Lyoto Machida was going to be a possibility. So I don't know who they would put. Vanderlei Silva versus Rampage Jackson Numero Trace is also a possibility being thrown around. Not sure, but like what Joey says, he lost. I thought Forrest won. You know, what can you do about it on that one?
He definitely ruled the second round.
Yeah, let me ask you a question though. For people that thought Rampage won, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, was that the best Rampage Jackson you've ever seen? And you cannot tell me that's the best Rampage because he didn't go for any takedowns. He went for one slam because he got caught in a submission. He didn't do any kind of wrestling. He just tried to box the entire match, and that's what led him.
We almost saw a powerbomb, which would have been amazing.
Yeah,
but Forrest is too smart.
Yeah, he's too smart. Forrest Griffin is extremely intelligent, and that's the people they discredit him. And it was also Rampage's fault. He even said clearly he didn't think that Forrest could hang with his shit. He didn't think that. And people just like Shogun Rua, he thought that you know, being probably the best pound for pound 205er in the world, he thought he was going to steamroll Forrest Griffin, but he ended up getting his ass kicked. You know, a lot of people say that, oh, Shogun tore his ACL. Well, Homeboy should have stopped out of the match, and that's what got Forrest his fucking title contention. So, Forrest Griffin is a force to be reckoned with, and people need to realize that.
He's an awesome fighter. I'll give him that. He is amazing.
He's had his ups and he's had his downs, but Forrest Griffin's here, and he's ready to...
And he's your champion.
Yeah, he's your champ.
And I don't see him losing the title. I say he's got a good 3 fights before he might lose.
People are looking at Chuck Liddell because they think Liddell's going to get past Rashad Evans, who's a wrestler, and Chuck always manhandles wrestlers because he has a good sprawl.
But Rashad Evans
he's really good too.
He is really good.
So we're going to see where that goes, but we're going to see what happens. I think Forrest can hold on to that title. I don't think there's anyone in the UFC right now.
See Rashad Evans versus Forrest Griffin.
That'd be good too. I don't think there's anyone now that can really touch Forrest's shit. He's working real hard, training for Randy Couture, which brings us to July 19th, Affliction Band, the pay-per-view. I'm going to get this. If you have an interest in mixed martial arts, I'm going to suggest that you get this because the main event...
And then TiVo, the UFC.
TiVo, the free UFC event as well. That'll be good. I'm probably going to do a Stratapod when I get home sometime next couple of days, doing an in-depth look at this stuff. If you're interested, send me some emails, ask some questions maybe. Fedor Emelianenko, top-ranked heavyweight in the world, taking on Tim Sylvia, former UFC champion. Shit's gonna happen. That's reason enough. You get Babalu, you get Matt Lindland, you get Andrei Arlovsky, Josh Barnett. You get a lot of top fighters in this shit, so it's gonna be worth it. And even if you're not crazy about the card, but you're still interested, it's worth it because if you buy it without Affliction, you wouldn't have a free UFC event on the 19th.
True.
So the more, and you know what? Also, UFC, I think it's UFC 84 is being played free on July 26th or 27th, whatever day the CBS event is. They're gonna play that whole pay-per-view, which was an awesome pay-per-view, for free to counter the CBS shit. The more competition there is for the UFC, meaning Elite XC and Affliction, the better we're gonna be off as mixed martial arts fans because we're gonna get more free shit. Prices might come down. You never know what's gonna happen. So give it a thought. Thank you.
I don't know what else to say. Casey Strata just put it all on the line there for you. He just showed you what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
So
I normally don't do stuff like that.
He doesn't. That was his passion.
That was my journalism skills that I don't really show a whole lot. I know a lot of times I'm like the Jerry Lawler. You don't get a lot from me, but it's there.
You need to start bedazzling your shirts though, like Jerry Lawler. You should
like
totally.
the bedazzle with the fucking thing.
It's true. But that's it. That was our thoughts on the UFC pay-per-view and what's coming up. And we're gonna try. I'm really trying hard to get into the MMA so I know what the is going on here.
Yeah.
I know a little bit here and there, but don't worry. Soon he is teaching me. Let's plug one thing real quick. MMAarmy.com. Check it out.
MMARMY.
.com.
Yeah, so it's like MMA Army, but